Plaintiffs Jordan Ballard and her girlfriend Sierra Strong met the defendant in college, and they became roommates. Sierra claims after they moved in together, she realized the defendant was promiscuous, and she was jealous of Sierra's relationship with Jordan. They're suing her today for rent, a cable bill, and stolen property. Defendant Haley Smith says after she moved in with Sierra and Jordan, she realized they were troublemakers who liked to fight, and she ultimately moved out because she feared for her safety. Therefore, she denies owing the plaintiffs for anything.
Start with you.
Well, we all were friends. We go to Wayne State University. That's where we met.
In Michigan, in Detroit.
Yes.
Yes.
We all were friends. We spent all of our time together, hung out all the time. We decided that it was going to be a good thing for us to move in together. So we did. We moved into a house September of 2016. Real quickly, I noticed that you don't really know people until you move in with them. Haley became very jealous of our relationship and material things. She was very promiscuous, which caused the issue as well with all the men coming in and out of the house. And she was very dirty, which caused issues with our landlord, her dog.
Things behind your back to hurt you? You say she was dirty.
No, she wasn't clean.
She wasn't clean.
That's called nasty.
Yeah.
She was nasty. I know something about no dirty. If you don't clean your house, you're nasty.
Well, she didn't.
All right,
She
she's
didn't
nasty.
clean up.
Go ahead.
She didn't clean up behind her dog.
Well, that's nasty.
So that caused issues with the landlord. We even reached out to her dad to ask her if she could clean up because she wasn't listening to us.
And I got no response from him.
Did you mention those things to her?
Yes.
Yes.
And what did she say about the men in particular, which disrupted the household, I assume?
She stuck to a particular few. It wasn't as many.
Okay, she just cut down.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just imagining the conversation. That's what's wrong with my mind. All right. So y'all confront her. Haley, I'm tired of all these men running in and out of here. You done had 6 men running in and out of here this week alone. You got to stop this. Okay, I'll cut it back to 3. Or 5. Is that what happened? That what you're saying happened?
She just said that she would stop, and we just started becoming familiar with the few that she was.
Coming regularly.
Right.
Yeah.
You had more than 1 man coming regularly.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
we also had an issue with a gun. One of her men brought a gun in our home.
He has a CPO, so he's able to carry his weapon.
Okay. How do you all know he had a weapon?
Because we had an issue.
With one of our friends that was over.
And what happened?
He almost tried to pull his gun out on him,
Yes.
and everyone felt unsafe. And my friends ended up leaving, but hers didn't. So that caused the issue between us as well.
Good enough. All right, ma'am.
Okay, like they said, I did meet them September. It was a year after we ended up moving in together. Part of the reason why I did move out was because, like she said, you don't know people until you move in with them. Once I moved in, I realized these girls really aren't who I thought they were. They were continuously, starting to try to fight with people.
Did you want to address anything they said about you?
That's,
It's untrue
it's not
or not?
true, so I don't ever
No, you need
recall-
to say it. Did
Yeah.
you have a bunch of men coming in and out?
I had friends as well as they had friends. They had men, women coming in and out of the house. Okay, yeah, I had friends come in and out of the house.
How many?
I don't know. I mean, I had friends.
That many? You don't even know.
As I have a boyfriend. As far as there was one guy staying the night every night, which was my boyfriend, which is the one who has the gun.
Okay.
The incident with him bringing the gun, he never whipped his gun.
He was the
out.
only man coming in and
Yeah.
out?
I mean,
Okay.
I had a couple
No, we're
other
talking
guy
about men.
friends.
How often
Men.
would guys come over each week?
Not often. There was one guy staying the night every night.
How often you say the other male friends came?
If
Every night.
her boyfriend was not there, then it was another man. She never slept alone. Never.
I don't like to be lonely either. but you get married, man, if you don't want to sleep alone. All right, man. What do you want to tell me about your situation with them? What was your concern?
It was just like an always 2 against 1 type of thing. They're known for jumping people, like I mentioned before. So really,
Give me an example.
They had a friend, they jumped her. They were cool with her for 5 years. They know me for a year, so it wasn't nothing for them to
They
jump.
told you they jumped the person?
We were all cool with the girl. She didn't want to be a witness for me because she's in fear.
Do you know why it happened?
I'm not sure.
Okay, because she could have done something then, the other girl. She could have provoked it. They could have been defending themselves.
Okay, they also jumped another girl.
What happened there?
I'm not sure. My purpose for moving out was because I was in fear for my safety.
How so?
Because they could have jumped me. Every argument.
Could have.
Yes, they could have. Every
I have
argument.
evidence.
Hold on. They can jump me. Them could have. They couldn't jump me right now. Let me get out of here. Let me move. I'll move like you move. Did they attempt to? Did they threaten you?
There was an incident where they came home. They were both in my room yelling at me, and I looked down and Jordan's fist was balled up.
I have evidence proving that she
Quiet.
didn't. Okay.
So I ended up leaving that night. I didn't feel safe staying in the house.
And you told them that's why you were leaving?
They knew it was obvious. They both I don't have the messages because when I left, I kind of erased
And you
them.
never came back?
Yeah, of course. And
Because of
that was
that?
kind of like me erasing them out of my life, so I deleted all the messages. But I do have both of them. They both texted me when I did leave that night, saying it shouldn't have happened. They both apologized for the situation.
Go ahead, what else?
They did something to a friend of mine. They poured mustard on her outside of the house.
After you moved?
No, I was still living in the house, and the police ended up...
What happened there?
They just poured mustard on her.
No reason?
I don't know what the reason
Okay, once again, you don't know. Your friend could have attacked them.
Well, no, she was minding her own business. She was at the Coney, and they
So
came
they
across.
just walked out and said, hey!
Yeah, well...
You look like a hot dog. Let me pour some mustard on you. Ladies, we want to get to the rent and the cable bill. She says the reason she moved out, she felt unsafe.
I have messages proving that she did not feel unsafe, and she told me that she was safe and that she knew she could protect herself. And I told her that shouldn't have been an issue in the first place. All my messages.
You have the part where you say that shouldn't have been an issue?
Yes.
All right, because for someone to even say I feel unsafe suggests that there is a threat around within that household
Right.
Yes.
or coming around. Why does that even come up?
Because when we had the argument in the house, she said, I know that I feel like it's 2 against 1. She ended up leaving. She did come back that night after these messages. The blue is me and the gray is her.
I just don't understand why you feel as if we are going to fight each other. I don't get it. Regardless of how you or Jordan feel, we are not going to fight. I wouldn't let that happen. But if you feel unsafe around us, then we need to contact Nelson Property and end this lease. I can't make you talk to us when you're feeling down. No one can read minds, so we don't know when you're going through stuff. But we also can't all be walking around with negative attitudes and arguing. It isn't about feeling unsafe, is her response. I feel safe because I know I'm able to protect myself. So you're feeling that that's why she moved out suddenly?
Yes, and
Yes.
when she spoke
And you
on...
say she said she felt safe.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's your defense. But I don't know, when safety comes up at all, then there's a reason. You all shouldn't have been living together. The question is, did she leave immediately? Did she call and say why she wasn't coming back anymore?
No, she came back that night.
And said what?
We just all went to bed. We woke up the next morning and we just got past it.
And how many days after that did she fail to return?
Well, we went on vacation March 7th to Miami. She was actually supposed to go with us. She backed out, I'm going to say 2 days before. And when we left, we came back March 12th, she was gone.
All right, now this happened, ma'am, February 17th and 16th when they were discussing this safety issue. Why did you stay there after February 18th after you discussed your safety issue? You said you felt unsafe. They say you even came back and stayed nearly a month afterwards. So you couldn't have felt that unsafe.
My thing was, there was a situation going on at home. That's what caused me to move out of my parents' house. And I had nowhere to go, so I was just kind of putting it off until I arranged someplace.
Okay, and what did you arrange?
I just ended up staying with my parents because I just couldn't take living with them anymore.
So it got worse after February 18th?
It did because they fell off with all of their friends. Their friends,
I don't care about the friends. What did they do to you? After February 18th, what did they do to you?
I just felt unsafe and I was done with it.
What did they do to you?
They didn't do
feel
anything
unsafe?
to me, but I just
okay,
felt
that's good
unsafe.
enough. Cable bill, how does she owe for that?
When we signed up for cable through Xfinity, we signed up with a no contract policy. So we were not there when they installed it because there was nothing for us to sign. When they came to install it, she agreed to a security system, which was on a 2-year lease. This 2-year lease was a problem because when we canceled the Xfinity cable, while she was still living there, they tried to charge us $1,000.
Okay, what did she say when you discussed it with her?
We didn't even know until she was gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they didn't send us the bill until a couple weeks after. It was supposed to be our final bill. They did send the final bill, but they also...
How many months did it come, that bill?
Just for the month of
Just that
February
1 month?
to March, yes.
She signed you up in that 1 month, and you all didn't know it was on there.
Oh, we signed up in September.
So from October to February,
Right.
you all paid?
Yes.
All right. And you knew the amount you were paying?
Yes.
Yeah, but there was no,
we did not know of a contract with an alarm system for 2
Right.
years because the house.
Oh, you didn't see the alarm?
No,
You didn't know you had an alarm?
no, we knew we had
Right,
it.
there it is. You knew you had to pay for it, too. Your claim for the stolen bed is for what? Tell me what happened.
Her bed had broken down.
No kidding. Ooh.
Her bed had broken down, and
He's saying because it was inexpensive. Right.
Her bed had broken down, and I had a new bed. My mom was trying to give me a whole set. So the bed that I just bought when we moved in.
Ma'am, what do you say about the bed?
She bought me a bed as a gift. She got the bed for.
Okay.
She got the bed.
Did you get it for a gift or not? Why would she give you a gift?
It was a Christmas present. She got it. I think
A
she.
bed?
Yeah.
All right. What did you give them?
I got her a pair of gym shoes, and I got her.
Okay, and they got you a bed. You gave them gym shoes.
Yeah, but they got the bed
I don't
off.
believe you. I don't believe you. All right, so I'm going to have you pay everything except for the cable bill. So that's $1,998, and the bed is $700. That's my judgment. Have a good day.
I would just like to say that, for Haley to say that, we fell out with our friends, but those same friends that said they weren't friends with us and friends with her are the same friends
They gave us all the information we
that we
needed
needed
for
to
her.
sue her.